Hello students. So we'll start with term work number 10, which comes in the part B. So the problem definition here is we'll have to write a program which implements string operations and we have to use functions. So they have told we have to implement those string operations for finding the length of a given string. Second is to compare two strings, and third is concatenation of two strings. Now finding length meaning if there is a string called as say Kaylee, say there is a string which consists of Kaylee, so we'll have to tell that there are three characters in this. So this is nothing but the length. Second is compare. So say I want to compare the two strings which are Vittu and Kaylee. Now when I compare these two, the strings are not equal. So that is what this second operation is, compare. And the third is string concatenation, which means joining of two strings. So if I have to join string 1 and string 2, it will be Kaylee Vittu. So this is concatenation. Next, to start writing, we write a hash include stdio.h. Now here string.h header file is not needed. That is not needed because we will be not using built-in functions. We are writing user-defined functions for these three tasks. So we'll declare the functions first. So first I have a function str or string length which is going to give me the length. Length is nothing but it is number of characters in it. That means it is integer. Thus the return type is int and it accepts one parameter which is of type string. Okay, we don't have a type string here. That's why we declare character array. Next we have another function which is string compare. It takes two parameters because to compare two strings, you know that I need two strings, so that is what I do. And I have taken the return type as integer, meaning if two strings are equal, I return some value. If they are not equal, I return some other value, right, which is of type integer. Next is for string concatenation, I have another function which is string concat. Again, it takes two strings as parameters, and I am not returning anything here, but I am just joining two strings and then printing S1 there itself. So next we will start with the main function. So I declare the two strings which are str1 and str2. I have chosen the size as 20. Next I have taken two integers. So the names of those integers are x and length. I read the value for both the strings. So I ask the user to enter the first string. I use getS function to read that particular string. You can also use scanf, but you should use the format specifier as %s if you are reading string. Next, another printf and another getS to read the second string. Next, I am calling the function which is strlen. So you know that whenever there is a function call, the control is transferred to that place where the function is defined, and I am passing what? str1. So assume that the value of str1 which user has entered is, say, let us take Kaylee itself. And we also know that string terminates with null character. So that is there. So this is passed here to this function. So in this function, the name of the variable is str1, str. So I just take str. The value of str now is Kaylee, and then there is a variable which is declared which is I. So here what I have to do is I have to count number of characters which are there in this particular string. Okay. So let us start. I have initialized I to 0. So initial value of I is 0. This array, you know that there are index which is an integer starting from 0. So I compare str0, meaning this particular element which is k. I just check if k is not equal to null character. Okay, so this is true. What happens is the control goes to the body. But in this case, if you see, I have put a semicolon here. It's not an error. This means that this for loop has no body because there is no calculation here. I have to just go on incrementing a particular count variable till it reaches this null character. Okay. So there is no body, as I said, so incrementation is executed. It makes the value of I as 1. I go to the next character which is L. So is L not equal to null character? It is true. Control comes here, I is incremented, it becomes 2. Similarly, this is checked. So is E not equal to null character? It is true. So control comes to this part, it makes the value of I as 3. Now the element at location 3 is nothing but null character. So I am saying null character is not equal to null character. Now this is false, so this loop is going to terminate. So once the loop terminates, what we have in I, we have 3, which is nothing but the length of a given string. So what I do is this 3 I return back. That means I return back I where? To that place from where the call was made. So I come back here, this particular part is executed, it has brought back a value which is 3. So the value of length is going to be 3. Next printf statement, what I do is I say length of string is, it prints 3. So this is about the first function, which is strlen. So next function is string compare. So I have to compare both the strings, whatever we have read. I have to tell if they are equal or not equal. So this function call is going to take the control wherever the function is written, which is this part. So what I am doing is, I assume that I have read there in the main program, I have read the values of S1 and S2, that is both the strings are V2 and V2 for execution purpose. I have assumed that I have read both the values which are same, that is S1 is V2 as written over here, S2 also is V2. Let us go in the function. So I have declared integer variable I, which is to keep the track of index. Because the array index it starts with 0, I have initialized that with 0. Then I have a while loop. I just check here if the 0th character of first string, that is S1, is equal to the 0th character of the second string. So here they are equal. So they are equal meaning this is true, and the control is going to come inside the loop. So here what I do is I just check if they have come to an end, because if they have come, if the string or if one of the string has come to an end, I should terminate. So that is what I check. Is this particular S1 of 0, which is V. So I just check if is V equal to null character? No. So this is false, and I directly come over here, this break is skipped, control comes here, I is incremented. That means I go to the next character or next iteration of the loop. I check what is there at location S1 of 1, which is T. Same S2 of T, S2 of 1 also is T. So these are equal again. This is true, control comes inside. I check if the strings have come to an end. No. So I is incremented, I becomes 2. Again, because this is the last statement of the loop, control goes back. I check what is there in the location 2, meaning S1 of 2, which is U. So these are again equal. So what happens? Control comes inside. I check they are not null character. So I is incremented, it becomes 3. Next, because this is the last statement, control goes back here. I check null character, is it equal to null character? The condition is true again. Control comes inside. So here this S1 of 3 is nothing but null character, and S2 of 3 also is null character. So what is this condition? I am saying null character is equal to null character, which is what? True. And here null character equal to null, which is also true. True added with true is again true. That means this is true now, and break is executed. So you know that break is unconditional branching statement. The moment it is encountered, the control is going to break the flow of this loop. So control is going to come out, and here I have a return statement. So what I am doing in return statement is I am subtracting both the strings, meaning that particular character. So here the third character of both the strings is nothing but null character. So I am finding the difference between null character and null character, meaning the ASCII difference between both. Now it is same. There is some ASCII value for null character, so both are same. So same thing minus same thing is going to be 0. 0 is returned back here, and here I check if 0 is brought back. If 0 is brought back, I say the strings are equal. So this is going to be printed. Now let us assume another instance. I call this function once again. Control comes here. This time I assume that the value of strings are not equal. So the first string, let it be VTU. The second string I make as KLU. Okay. Control comes inside. I check the first character. So S1 of 0, I is 0 initially. So S1 of 0 is nothing but V, whereas S2 of 0 is nothing but K. So is V equal to K? No. So control breaks here itself. The loop is not entered, and I come out. And here I am returning what S1 of 0, meaning it is V, minus S2 of 0, which is nothing but K. So for your purpose, I have just noted down the ASCII values for capital V and capital K, which is 86 and 75, meaning 86 and 75 is subtracted, and the difference is returned back here, which is non-zero. Okay, X is what? Non-zero now. So when this is non-zero, what happens is the else part is executed. It says the strings are not equal. So when the input was V2, it returned 0, and I said strings are equal. Now I have taken strings as two different strings, that is V2 and KLE, and I return a non-zero value, and thus it says the strings are not equal. So the last function is string concat. So I am passing two strings here. We'll have to join two strings. So the moment function call is encountered, control comes here. So string concat, I just assume that the inputs which are entered by the user now are KLE and Belgaum, that is KLE BGM. So I am going to deal with two strings, two separate indexes. So I have taken two variables I and j. I start with the first for loop. So what I am doing here in first for loop is I am trying to start the index from here, and I am going to reach to this null character. So that is what I am doing here. You can observe there is a semicolon here. So I start from I is equal to 0. I check if that 0th character is null character. If no, I just increment. So initially I is 0. The first character, is it null? No. So I increment. Is the second character null? No. So I just increment. Is the third character null? No. So I increment, it becomes 3. Okay. Now when you check, this becomes 3. After this I check the condition. So S1 of 3 is what? Null character. So here I am saying null is not equal to null, which is false. So this loop terminates here. This first loop terminates here. Control comes over here. So what I have done is I have updated the index I, so that it reaches this particular point. Okay. Next, the indexes, they continue. It is 4, 5, 6, and so on. Next, I have another for loop. Now here actually I am performing that concatenation, meaning I am copying the second string into first in this loop. So I make j as 0, which is going to act as index for the second string. Then I check if the second string has come to an end. Now S2 of 0 is what it is B. That means it has not come to an end. So I come inside. The condition is to I come inside. I copy the 0th element. J is what? It is 0. So 0th element of S2 I copy into what is the value of I? Third element of S1. That means I copy B over here. So this null is overwritten. This becomes B. Okay. Now this is the only statement in this for loop. Control comes back. I and J both are incremented. So this becomes 4 and this becomes 1. I check if S2 of 1 is it null character. It is not null because it is G. So the statement is true. Control comes inside. I copy the first character of S2, which is G, into the fourth character of S1. So G is copied here. Both are incremented. This becomes 5, this becomes 2. Again the condition is true. Control comes inside. I copy the second character of S2 into fifth character of S1. So this M is copied over here. That's it, that is done. I come over here, both are incremented. This becomes 6 and this becomes 3. I check the condition. S2 of J is nothing but 3. So S2 of 3 is what? It is null character. So I check this. I am saying null is not equal to null. So this condition is false and this loop breaks. So what you have observed is the second string is copied in the first string. Okay. But then you know that the string is going to terminate with null character. So that should be added at the end. So what I do is I add sixth character of the first string as null character. Okay, then how do I do that? I just say s1 of I is equal to null character. So this null character is copied at the end. Next, I am just printing the concatenated string. So I say printf concatenated string is %s, which prints k league BGM. So this is the result which is concatenated. Once this is done, the control returns back to the main program and main program terminates. So this is your term work number 10. Hope you have understood. You try to execute this and try to understand it in a better way. Thank you.